Hey everybody, DJ Rob the Metal Guy here for another album review. Sorry I've been away for a while. As you can see, I'm not in my house right now. I'm in my dorm room, hanging out, listening to heavy metal like usual, and doing my homework of course. But for the most part, listening to great heavy metal. And an album that came out between the time that I had moved back to school and the last album review I did, which I believe was actually not an album review. You, Raj, and I, who also, you, Raj, and I have the website at rockmetalzone.com. We run that, a lot of good articles, check that out. www.rockmetalzone.com. There will be a link below if you are interested. But an album came out, and not too far, it was I think a day before my birthday. Here you go, the new Helloween album. Something I've been really excited for, straight out of hell. Huge Helloween fan. Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1 and 2, just two of my favorite power metal albums of all time. I'm really not into power metal as much as a metal fan. It's kind of not a genre that I'd say until recently I started really listening to. Helloween, though, of course, has always been just one of my favorites. Walls of Jericho is another album that I really enjoyed in high school listening to. The heavy thrash mixed with that melodic side. And Helloween is the band that pretty much pioneered power metal, and a lot of people forget that what they contributed in the 80s has spawned to numerous bands in Europe that are doing this. There's tons of bands, if you ever see these European festivals, where it's primarily power metal is the dominant metal genre in Europe. America, not the case. Helloween, unfortunately, I feel for some reason hasn't gotten the full respect. I know there's a lot of American Helloween fans out there like myself. It's just I haven't seen Helloween do a huge US tour in a while, and I'm hoping that Straight Outta Hell, this gets them back on top and gets them going again, playing tours and shows, especially in America. Globally, though, Helloween is very successful. And with the new singer, Andy Duress, well, he's been around since the 90s. Helloween's had him. He has helped that band a lot, though, and I want to bring this up. And why I believe Straight Outta Hell is such a great album, too, is Michael Keys, the original singer, is great. I like, it's just when Pink Bubbles go ape, that album is where I kind of lost Helloween. And Straight Outta Hell is an example of why I felt Andy, when he came into the band, he brought so much more power, the lyrics, everything kind of had a boost to it. The early stuff of Michael's classic, but then I think Helloween kind of started to experiment, go astray. Bringing Andy back into the band just brought Helloween to a whole new level to me. They just had it. If you ever listen, they did an album, the anniversary, the 25th anniversary, where they do it's a bunch of acoustic and symphony songs redone. And sometimes I like Andy's vocals better than Michael's, and that was just something I thought was interesting, because I was listening to some of the songs from Keeper of the Seven Keys and then the acoustic stuff of Andy Duress, and I said, man, this is, for some reason Andy just has a better presentation. I like his vocals. He still has that high falsetto range, where Michael, I just, for some reason, never, he was a good singer in certain times, but Andy is a lot, to me, what his Helloween developed into. And I'm going to get into really talking about this album and reviewing it. I've been kind of giving a history, but I just have to give Andy tremendous credit for bringing Helloween back to the forefront, making them just solid. Their last album, Seven Sinners, perfect example of amazing musicianship, great songs, and the consideration to put music out that has a side with that's heavy and invokes emotion. And what I knew about Straight Outta Hell going before I started listening to the album was I knew Andy was going to do the same thing. He was going to bring a great vocal style to this album, because he sings on this album I've talked about, I also reviewed, called Skelerata's the band. He sang on Skelerata's The Sniper, the song I Must Be Dreaming. And I thought, wow, Andy's voice is sounding amazing. I cannot wait for Helloween to put out, their new album. And then what really gave me confidence in Straight Outta Hell was the first single on here, Nabatea, was released on video. And I said, I'll watch it. But there was a band before that had put out a single, and I'm going to be respectful to that band. I will not give their name out in this video. I'm talking about Helloween strictly. But their single wasn't that good, and I was a little disappointed, so I worried, oh man, what if Nabatea is not that good? Oh, I'm going to have a negative outlook on Helloween's new album. No, I braved up, I took the chance, listened to it, and I'm really thankful I did, because Nabatea is a kick-ass song, blazing guitar parts in that. Really boosts all the Helloween fans' confidence, I'm sure, because the guitar riff in the beginning was unbelievable to me. I just love that style, the quick, fast-paced pull-offs, everything about it. It ties, it flows, and then the vocals. Wow, the different changes, the height that he's able to hit in these songs, just crazy. For some reason, young musicians, they think that, oh, that's not that good. No, it's really hard, especially at his age, and Andy's still bringing it on an album like this. And the song Nabatea is really one of the most experimental, long, heavy songs that I've heard Helloween put out recently. So to me, it just boosted my confidence, and I couldn't wait till I got the full album and listened to it. Because the rest of the album is by far just great music. And bringing up here, World of War, the second track, it's kind of where I can see where this is my part of power metal. I kind of question is it can be really heavy in certain parts, and then it can kind of get that melodic, symphonic, and then sometimes Andy's voice hits these high notes in the choruses where I'm just not as into it. But the music changes a lot, and that's what I like too, and I want to bring it. The music is constantly diverse in the riffs. The drum rhythms have unique timings on them. Nothing's just straightforward, 1, 2, 3, 4, duh. Or it's not too blazing crazy like doo-doo-doo. It is just pure, well-constructed songwriting and musicianship. And that goes through. The third song, Live Now. I really like this song because it gives Helloween this arena rock approach or feel they have. And when listening to it in my car, I feel like I was in an arena, like, yeah, I live now. But no, I'm listening to the album through a CD. But still, when a band's able to get the fan pumped up, especially through the, emphasis of choruses, the driving guitar riffs, and the keyboards used on Helloween, it's very subtle. Sometimes it's not on this album. I'll admit there's parts where the keyboard gets a little too it's a little loud here. I want to hear more guitar and drums and bass and the rhythm, but there are parts where the keyboard does help add to the atmosphere. So I'm not going to knock on Helloween for wanting to use keyboards at all. It's, to me, that's what power metal is. And a lot of the music on here I can hear in other power metal bands, and I just think to myself, yeah, Helloween is the band that brought it to this level. They've influenced numerous bands, and this is a testament to what they've been able to do. A song on here that I really have to bring up that I love because it just really stood out is track number 10, Asshole. Yes, Helloween has decided to come out with a song called Asshole. And the feeling of this song, it's angry. And there are very few Helloween songs I thought that would be like balls out, angry, really heavy. No, this is one of those songs that I just love because Andy, he's pissed. This person is an asshole. Like, I'm trying to figure out, man, Andy, who are you pissed at? See, with me is, when I think of it, because the way it's described, you're an asshole, motherfucker, I'm thinking, who's a person I think is an asshole? So automatically comes to mind El Duce from the Mentors, which I gotta laugh at. I was thinking yeah, man, this song, anybody that's just a pure asshole, this is the song for them. The guitar riffs are just crushing, ballsy, hard rock metal style that I think, well, the track before this was kind of, power metal, symphonic, but melodic. It wasn't balls out hard, and that's what I like. Helloween changes it up for the fans, gives them something that you wouldn't expect. And World of War is a very heavy album. And a lot of lyrical themes, as you can see on this album cover. There's pumpkins blowing each other up, there's army tanks, bullets flying, the world, hell's coming up. The lyrics on this album kind of have this side to them where they're heavy, there's questioning, religious themes on here. Of course, why can't the world just put down its arms and stop blowing each other up with nuclear missiles and stuff? But Helloween touches on a whole bunch of lyrical themes on here that I think that people can really enjoy. The song, World of War, touches on, man, war is just this horrible thing. But in the end, it's there. It's just the fact that you wish it wasn't. So I really like Helloween for doing that. They're not just making anti-war songs that are peace, love, man, yeah. No. Helloween is a metal band, and they do a great job composing well thought out written songs. So lyrically on this album, there's no denying that they did extremely well here. The last song I want to really just touch upon song-wise is the song Burning Sun. There's 2 versions of Burning Sun. If you buy this album, there's bonus tracks. Just do it. It may cost a little more. It doesn't even cost that much if you go to Amazon. Just buy it. Burning Sun, though, there's 2 tracks. There's number 5 and number 15. Number 15, it changes up. They use the harmonic organ, the harmoid organ. If I'm saying that, no, the hamoid version. It's a hamoid organ. Who used the hamoid organ? John Lord from Deep Purple. So they kind of dedicate that song to John Lord, and it's a really unique contrast from the original style, which is keyboard, to get that classic 70s Deep Purple feel into it. The version is very different, but still worth checking out. It didn't throw the album off too much. I liked it. It's a good song. And I'm a huge John Lord fan, so, rest in peace, John Lord. And Helloween dedicating the song to John Lord is, that's awesome. It's pure cool. I'm sure everyone who's watching this is maybe a Deep Purple fan. If you're not, just check out Highway Star. Come on, where have you been in the hard rock and metal world? But yeah, Helloween did a really good job with Straight Outta Hell. I'm rating this album, it's really tough because I want to give it, as you hear, my roommates are here, so there will be some extra noise in the background. I live in a dorm, but let's now, going back to rating, man, Helloween, I like you guys a lot. This is a decent album. Guitar riff's awesome. The dual guitar attack, drumming, blazing. 9 out of 10. To me, this is right now in 2013 one of my favorite albums. There's still albums to come I'm going to be reviewing, talking about. But as a Helloween fan, I'm excited. I hope these guys go on tour. I hope America finally catches on to Helloween a little more, and that way they can play a lot of U.S. shows, get backing. Straight Outta Hell is one of these albums that comes along and just picks up. Yes, it's power metal, and I'm not a big power metal fan. But overall, there's so many different aspects to this album that you could be a thrash metal fan and you could still like it. It reaches over to different genres sometimes. And that's what Helloween has always done, in a way. They're a band that loves playing fast, intense, heavy music, melodic parts too. Anyone that complains about listening to Helloween, just shut up. Helloween rules! By Straight Outta Hell. So 9 out of 10. And if you want, there'll be more videos to come. Subscribe. DJ Rob the Mel Guy here signing out. And thanks to everyone too that's been watching the videos. I'm getting a lot of views and comments. The St. Vitus interview I did with Dave Chandler was really good. And maybe I could get someone from Helloween to call in on the radio show. You never know. But thanks for listening. And like I said about 5 seconds ago, Helloween rules! Straight Outta Hell. Later, everybody.